Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the beautiful, beautiful world that we live in. If you're in Squadville, if you're a squatty, Sussex squad, you are smiling, acting crazy, happy, yes, all that. In addition to being a little pissed off on the topic that I'll get to. But first things first, happy birthday, Church Nelly. To any other squatties or anybody else out there, happy birthday to you. If I didn't know that it was your special day, but Church Nelly keeps us straight on a lot of things and is a well, feared and respected squatty member, and a loved moderator and channel member here. So happy birthday to you. I wanted to be sure I had that up, get that out of the way, and then we'll get to, the good stuff. So Hi. Let's see if I can go through this. So Rosa had dropped a message before the stream, which she always does. So Rosa Roberts, hi. Hey, boss lady Denise. Wellness with Frugal Mama. Carol R, I'll say. One Busy Mama. Compton Cali Gal. Midwife channel member. Okay. Lydia, thanks for being in the clouds. Channel member. Life's Magical Journey. Wilson, how are you? And I think that's it so far. Okay, so let me do my little switch up. So we're going to be discussing the UK Royals racist staff. And I think I have all my screenshots up here. Let me just be sure because, of course, the topic at hand. Let me just be sure that I've pulled them all in. If not, then I'll be sure to get them while I'm talking. So I'll just say this to start out that if the staff is that way or allowed to be that way, it's because the head allows that to happen and doesn't what is the word that I'm looking for? Can't correct them because they're worse than the staff. Okay, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And I see that some may not have come over. So there was a tweet sent around the world that kicked off a firestorm yesterday where instead of being fired, excuse me, but usually when somebody acts an ass at work and a racist ass at that, they're usually fired. But given the whole dynamic of this woman in the family, I get she was allowed to, quote, step back. Yeah, whatever. So let me, because I can see that I was like running around here today like a crazy person because of the Netflix trailer that dropped. And that kind of distracted my entire life. Yeah. I've been in such a good mood, and now I realize, oh, darn. It's funny when Gmail blocks your own messages. Yeah, so that's happened to me. So that might be where some of my things are. Not good. Not good. Okay, so let me see if I have this. So we have, did I miss anybody else? No, coming in. Okay, no. I just wanted to be sure that I'm not missing anything as far as comments go. So I'll just put up the picture. The woman in the middle of the picture, because I can't get to where my screenshots are right now. I don't have a clue. She tweeted out a conversation that was had with her with a member, now a former member of staff. So the woman in question is the godmother to a future king, Space, aka William. And she was a lady in waiting to Queen Elizabeth and is a special lady waiting something title under King C3. So the woman in the middle was attending an event at Buckingham Palace when, let me get to her picture. Where is she? When this woman, Lady SH, that's how she was referred to in the tweets. Lady SH interrogated the woman who is head of a charity, I believe, that's over there for women empowerment. I believe that's what it is. And the conversation basically went, I am trying to work on getting my screenshots, went with the whole, maybe I can play it now. I'm not going to play it because I can't find that either. But basically was, so where are you from? She says she's British. And no, where are you from? She said, I'm British. She goes, it was almost to the effect of like, I'm looking at you, you look this way, you are not British. And she said, what part of Africa are you from? The response was priceless because she's like, I don't know, they didn't leave papers. And the woman said, oh, I see this is going to be difficult to get where you are from. And she just said African descent. I think it was Caribbean, by way of Caribbean or something. She was born in England. And so she's British. And the woman just insisted, touched her hair, which is a no-no when it comes to Black women. We're not pets. Okay. Also moved the name tag, moved her hair out the way so she can see her name tag. Like she just had to prove this woman wrong that she is not British. All you, see, I couldn't do this yesterday because it would have been cussing up a storm. So I'm going to try to curtail that today. But Just because someone's pigment isn't quite like yours doesn't mean they're not British. She was born there. She's just as British as you, old biddy. Okay? So the woman, lady, SH, being that she put it in her tweets, we all were like, oh, okay. You put it over here. We're going to figure out who it is, which we did. And then the person comes back and is now like, oh, I didn't want the person identified and don't go after them and blase, blase, blah. Listen, don't put stuff out there when you know people are going to, one, figure out who it is. Number two, they're going to say something. And you obviously put it out there for someone to address. So it has been a firestorm. Saying that she stepped back is just kind of Looney Tunes, because it doesn't matter that the woman stepped down or whatever you want to call it from her duties. She still should have been fired, but because of her very tight ties to the royal family, we know that's, they're going to protect her at all costs. And I wouldn't be surprised to see her at some other event soon that involves King C3. Mm-hmm. And probably in a very prominent role, even though she stepped down. Mm-hmm. So we should not ever be surprised by that. But I be damned if that Oprah interview, everything that Meghan and Harry said has come to light again as being true. As much as the derangers and haters and Rhoda want to, which pretty much is all of them encompassed and under those titles, want to pretend like that's not the case. And this woman was assigned to be the one to help Meghan assimilate into royal life. Now, someone with her mindset, and you really think that Meghan was welcomed? I don't want to hear another Brit say that, or a hater, deranged, or whatever. She wasn't welcome. This woman was in charge of trying to help her assimilate. No wonder she had the ideations that she had, and I'm not even going to go there with that. But yeah, I just... So I'm going to play... Someone did they did a voiceover for the exact conversation. So let me pull that up so you can hear it, and it gives more effect that you hear the whole thing. So, yeah, let me put the volume up. And I'm gonna...
Lady Susan Hussey, where are you from? Miss Fulani, sister space. No, where do you come from? We're based in Hackney. No, what part of Africa are you from? I don't know. They didn't leave any records. Lady Hussey went on. No, but what nationality are you? I am born here and am British. No, but where do you really come from? Where do your people come from? My people, lady, what is this? Lady Hussey, oh, I can see I'm going to have a challenge getting you to stay where you're from. When did you first come here? Miss Fulani, lady, I am a British national. My parents came here in the 50s. Oh, I knew we'd get there in the end. You're Caribbean. No, lady, I am of African heritage, Caribbean descent, and British nationality. Lady Susan Hussey, where are you?
Okay, so that was the conversation that she typed out, and then someone put a voiceover to it. So just because they have a different pigment than you, even with the outfit she had on, people can wear clothing that they want to wear, but just to assume off the gate that they're not British. And this isn't the first time, because even King C3 has said to individuals that they don't look like they're from the province or whatever it's called that he was in. So it goes long, it goes deep. But when the staff is this way, and we are to believe that Meghan was the bully, You Now, if you can understand that, you're good. So, yeah, if we're supposed to believe the bullshit that's put out from the royal family. Uh-huh. Sure, you welcomed her. You did everything you could to destroy her. But like a seed, she's grown even bigger and brighter than you thought. Okay, so that woman, Susan Hussey, which is a perfect name. Actually, her husband, from what I read, used to run BBC. I don't know if he created it, but I know he ran it. You know, BBC is the national media over there. So this is how intrinsic she is with the mhm. Someone said Hocus Pocus 3. They wish. But I have a question, and maybe everyone can answer this. So we all remember when shortly after Meghan married Harry, she went on a trip with the Queen. The Queen invited her on a one-on-one engagement. Is that woman in the background there? Did she travel with them? Since she was part of the welcoming party and had to, help me. I can't tell if that's her or if that's another, cruddy creds running around. Being that the ladies in waiting were as old as the Queen, I'm just going to say that nicely. But if someone knows, just drop it in the comments because it looks like her, but I'm not sure it is. And the whole, when it came down to Meghan, it was always that, never complain, never complain, never complain, never complain, never explain. Buckingham Palace put out a comment so fast because this was picked up. James O'Brien has said something, but the US media, although they all have ties, picked up on this. I like how they say honorary member of the family, whatever. Anyway, this was their comment. We take this incident extremely serious, Bull, and have investigated immediately. Oh, that was quick. You investigated this, but we haven't seen the results of the bullying allegations against Meghan. Oh, we haven't forgotten that. Squad hasn't forgotten that. We're going to make y'all reveal those results eventually. To establish the full details in this instance, unacceptable and deeply regrettable comments have been made. Whatever, ladies and gentlemen of the spokesperson office. Yeah, whatever. Now, this next sentence, we have reached out to Ngozi Fulani on this matter, and she tweeted out that they hadn't even contacted her, or who she had been in contact with tweeted out that they hadn't been in contact with her at that moment. So y'all can't even put out a statement that has truth in it. Okay. I'm not even going through the rest of it because it's all bull. Now, someone had to jump out there. Don't know who this person is. I believe it's just a burner account for some Rhoda because, whatever. Talking about, I've known Lady Susan Hussey since I was 18. She's a decent woman and certainly not a racist. The fact that you even have to come out and say that, okay. We heard what she said because the person that it was said to is the one that put it out there. And for the actions taken by the palace, that second sentence is not true. Okay. She often asked my mother where she was from because she had a Central European accent. I am sometimes mistaken for non-British because of my coloring. I'm never offended. This is a flicking burner account for some Rhoda because I'm sorry, but that has got to be one of the most annoying things. Where are you from? I don't think here in the US, if we ask where you're from, usually they're trying to pick up on a dialect. So, if you're from the South or, the North, because New York has a very distinct, dialect, I'll say. But It's never that they're going to say, well, you're not American. I mean, there is a segment that tries that, but another time in another place. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that, hmm Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll even get to the booze on the Jumbotron. But in addition to that news, also there was a former counterterrorism head over in the UK that was doing an interview and just saying how when he started leading the team for counterterrorism, it was about a 6% rate of threats against, I guess, the royal family. And once Meghan joined, it jumped up to 25%. Like as he left, it was. So in the Oprah interview, again, we will reference that when Meghan said how the death threats and the threat ratio had went up, she wasn't lying, you imbeciles. I'll put it that way. Okay, so let me see. Yes, again, she's a seed that they forgot. They thought they had destroyed it. Mind you, even though she was in some very dry land over there in the UK. And she got out and she's been planted back at home in Montecito, California, and she is thriving. So, Lord of mercy. Anyway. If the staff is this bad, the head, the ones that lead it, space, because you, sir, it's been put out there several years ago that you were the one driving all of this. Your chief, at the time, your chief of staff, and now the person leads your foundation, was given approval by you to leak or give the text messages, only a portion of them though, the redacted ones, when they should have gotten the full conversation of the text messages from Meghan during her lawsuit of defamation and privacy against Mail on Sunday or Daily Mail. All of them are of the same umbrella. But when we say that the staff is, I wanted to kind of taper down my thumbnail a little bit, but yeah, save it for my commentary. Yeah, you, sir, are not a gentleman at all. You buck-toothed, bald-headed mother trucker. Okay. Now, you got a good taste of some of them, how Americans feel. Maybe it was because the World Cup is still going on and all that stuff. But if you thought you were going to bowl over people and they were just going to be, oh my gosh, just knocking you over to get to you, I don't think you estimated just how we don't really give a damn about you. So after the basketball game, if you didn't know, him and his wife went to the Boston Celtics game. And so I want you to hear this. Hopefully you'll hear it loud and proud. The question that's asked, etc. So here we go.
Basketball question. Did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one. Thank you.
Let's play that again. Okay. So this is one of the Celtics players, and see, the reporter knew when she was asking this question. She should probably have not gone there, or she knew that the type of response she was going to get. She wasn't really prepared for the responses she got.
A non-basketball question. Did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. C-Mac, thank you, because you shared it on Twitter and I happened to see it come across my timeline. I was like, oh my, I laughed so loud. I thought for sure my husband was going to be like, what is wrong with you? Whew. And I would have awakened the neighbors. That's how loud I laughed. But yeah, y'all can pack up and go back to the UK. Nobody wants you here. Okay. Nobody's fawning over you. Nobody, yeah. Mm-hmm. Whew, I wasn't even ready to hear that. And I listened the second time. I was like, did he really say Jesus, man? Okay. So, what is your thoughts and comments for, especially the squad, or for those who are not part of squad, but you come and you listen and you absorb some of this information. Your thoughts on the interaction that was had at Buckingham Palace and how quickly they responded. I mean, and they act like they've done something. No, you needed to drag her a little bit, like you've dragged Meghan for the last 6 years. You needed to drag that old biddy a bit. I'm just saying. Whew. All right. Let me jump in the comments. Ooh. Oh, you know what, Anna? I'm telling you, high five, fist bump, something. Yeah, because they over here and no one get exactly. What did they think? Now, it's funny, the imagery. Again, their PR doesn't think well. So, Boston, you pick Boston to have your big production. That I saw the screenshots and there weren't that many people standing outside to cheer you on. So nevertheless, but Boston, do we not know in American history how that city, the revolution, is it just something that I remember? Boston. Besides, they also have, like many other U.S. cities, but that one more so, has issues. Race relation issues. Mm-hmm. One busy mo. Whoop. Yeah. Too funny. You have had a very good birthday, Church Nelly. A very good. I did share on my community tab the link to, now that Netflix is doing this, because in the trailer it does say a global event, and they mean that. They truly mean it, because they released that trailer in every country, I think, just about. So the one that I shared, I noticed, I think it was Philippines, but it's in English. Don't worry. And yes, the trailer is fire. So much so, if you're not on Twitter, then you won't know this. So I was in my office. I signed on to work. Came out of the office going in my intention to get my tea for the morning, my first cup. And I had CBS News going and I heard Meghan's voice. So I was like, what? And I looked up at the TV and stopped. I'm like, what are these pictures they're showing? What is going on? What is happening? I'm like, I yelled, oh my God, they've released a trailer, Netflix. Oh my God. I come back in the office, sit down, and then I'm looking for it. Okay, I find it on YouTube. I watch it. I'm like, oh my gosh. My husband walks into the office, just takes one look at me and like, what is wrong? I said, I have to sign up for Netflix. They released the trailer for the docuseries. He turned and walked out. Okay. I truly need help. I know. I need help, but woo. Goodness. If they wanted to visit to look favorable, they'd be spotted hanging in Montecito, but they won't. Midwife? Nobody wants to be bothered with them there either. Woo. No. Meghan's just returning from Indianapolis. She won't be bothered. They should have treated her right when she was over there. Because to quote her, and let me see if I can find the trailer, and I'll just play the audio of it. I'm sorry, but it's just today has been one of those days, and then it's hard to focus on doing work, but I do my best. Ooh, excuse me if I hit the mic there for a second. Did I not share it? I thought I shared it. Yeah, I did. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do. How come I can never find? Oh, here it goes. All right.
Why did you want to make this documentary?
And they're going through pictures, which I don't have pulled
No
up.
one sees what's happening behind closed doors. I had to do everything I could to protect my family.
This is going to be so good. If you don't have Netflix, sign up for it now. Do yourself a favor. I'm just saying. Okay.
When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
Boom. Do you want me to just play that little bit again? Should I play that little bit again?
Doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
Mm-hmm.
When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
Boom. Shut the rotor down, shut them all down, shut everybody down. Yes, the tabloids need to just shutter their windows and doors and call it a day because yes, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I do hope they touch on all the bull that they dealt with, especially Megan dealt with over there. Yes, goodness, because there were pictures that they highlighted from some events. When they were working royals. There's many tears flowing. I just want to say that. So if you have tissues, offer tissues to the haters because they are really having it today. They're really upset. So, but I just have to say again that if you think that the staff was bad or the staff is half as bad, you already know that the head of the staff, the leader, or the next one in Charles, the next one in charge, and that pun probably slipped out on purpose, yes, are just as bad as their staff, if not worse. So since they are, at the top of the food chain, nothing really happens to them for anything that they do. So, whew. But anyway, that's all I had. That Sussex Saturday trash time is going to truly be a little bit on fire. I'm just going to leave a lot of it for then, but I do need to get back to, the 9 to 5. I like how it's called Harry and Meghan, no titles. Tier, exactly. Woo! Everybody complained about the cameras following them and blah, 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 and they're talking about the family. No, yeah, they're probably going to be, but the family brought it upon themselves for not protecting and truly welcoming and truly loving because, as Space's godmother just can't wrap her head around that those born in the UK that have a darker pigment than her truly are British. They truly are British. So, it's one of those things. But let me get over here. Let me get to my outro because, I gotta go. I love you all. Church Nelly, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Yes, happy damn birthday to you. That's right. Enjoy your day. Um, drink up, my friend, drink up. You have a lot to just sit back, kick your feet up, and just giggle the day away. And I'm sure every platform that is positive to the Sussexes is going to be talking about this and just luxuriating, and not just the hate, but then the trailer that drops. So, yes, beautiful day. Everyone, to all the channel members, thank you. I saw you in here. If I didn't call your name, just, understand, charge the eyes, not the heart. I have seen you in the chat. And to everyone else, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in and spending the time. I tried to behave, but I did give warning that it was trash time. So, some of my language. But you all be well. Take care. Love you all. Bye.